Rudd, who was a tank and a member of an adventuring party, has the role of drawing enemy attacks and protecting other members. As great as Rudd is, he misses and longs for his sister Manisha. It's tough being a tough guy with a soft spot. He was brought back from the fantasy by Neen, the party's healer, who called him to order and asked if he was thinking about his sister again. Rudd so much loves his sister that he pays no attention to romance. When it comes to sisterly love, Rudd's like a brick wall, immovable and totally convinced that no one can outshine his little sister. I mean, who needs romance when you've got a sibling to obsess over, right? Rudd could not think about anything else as Manisha has an incurable disease, and his only hope is the secret treasure of the labyrinth, which is said to grant any wish. He felt getting the secret treasure was impossible due to his performance prior to the time. His shields deplete whenever he enters labyrinth, and he feels he has failed his other members. Kiglas, the great hero, came into the scene and introduced new members to them. Neen immediately reminded Kiglas that the rule of the labyrinth only allows parties of up to 6 people, but adding 2 new members to them would make them 7. Kiglas announced publicly that Rudd would be out of the group because he is a useless tank and has lost a significant portion of his shield. Kiglas felt Rudd's skill was interfering since he had 2 skills with unknown effects and could have been killed because of that, which is why he brought in 2 new popular members who can fight while dodging enemy attacks, unlike Rudd, who just defends. As Rudd took his leave, Kiglas stopped him and took out his highest shield value ever, the sword, saying he was just an incompetent tank who wastes his absorb shield. Rudd felt he was not competent to be one of the members. He told Neen to come visit him at Avancia, where he stays with his sister. Off he goes to drown his sorrows in Avancia, where his sister's waiting with open arms. Rudd could not move to Avancia immediately and sat down somewhere thinking about Kiglas' statement, and he wondered if his skills were actually chipping away at his absorb shield without him realizing it. Amidst his contemplation, Rudd encounters a group of escorts heading to Kuras and joins them, despite his low adventurer rank. During the journey, Rudd's instincts saved the group from danger, showcasing his tactical prowess. His encounter with a mysterious, clothless woman, revealed to be a homunculus named Luna, further challenges his perceptions. Rudd's journey takes an unexpected turn as Luna demonstrates her exceptional abilities, including an uncommon identify skill. With Luna's help, Rudd uncovers his latent skills, including the Shield of Sacrifice, which explains his shield depletion and boosts his allies' defenses. Rudd and Luna get to Avancia and met Milena, the blacksmith poster girl, who ran out of nowhere to give Rudd a hug, as if he were some long-lost hero returning from a quest. She proposed to Rudd that they go out alone together later on. Fee, the sub-leader for the town watch, joined them and told Rudd she came to check on Manisha. Rudd was relieved that he does not have to worry when he goes off on an adventure because the whole town watches for his sister. The ladies introduced themselves to Luna, who laughed at Fia's shyness. They got to Rudd's house, and it was filled with the aroma of the tomato dishes Rudd loves. Manisha came out to welcome her brother. She asked who Luna was, and Rudd explained how he found her on his way home and helped her. Rudd started shouting about how much he missed her sister and how he had thought goodness had descended. Manisha offers a second serving to her brother, but he insists they cook the second meal together. While Manisha was busy in the kitchen, Luna noticed her hair being raised and dangling, and she asked Rudd. He explained that it is a physical idiocy, and Manisha's hair moves according to her emotions, as if having emotionally expressive hair were the most normal thing in the world. Rudd asked his beloved sister if she knew he was coming home, that she prepared his favorite. She made him aware that she did that based on her feelings, and this made Rudd want to shed a tear of joy. Luna noticed how both brothers and sisters were close within the few minutes spent together. Food was served, and Manisha noticed Luna held the spoon in the wrong way. Luna felt bad and remembered how she ate where she came from. She kneels down to apologize, promising them she will get better next time. Manisha taught her in love and promised to teach more things. Over the next few days, Luna learns various skills from Manisha and impresses them with her fast learning. They decide to show Luna around the town, and Manisha lends her some clothes, although Luna is hesitant to reveal her magic stone to her. They encounter various townsfolk, including Mr. Razel and Grandma Gigi, who treat Luna kindly despite her origins as a battle homunculus. Luna confesses her true nature to Rudd, fearing rejection, but he accepts her and reveals he had already noticed her magic stone. Rudd shares his motivation for entering the labyrinth, to find a treasure to cure Manisha's sickness. Luna decides to live as a human, feeling a connection to Rudd and Manisha. The community comes together to help clean Rudd's house, and they engage in a friendly duel to test Rudd's newfound offensive skills, which he acquired through a technique called life conversion. Meanwhile, Manisha has a troubling dream about being abandoned due to her illness and wonders if Rudd would be happier without the burden of caring for her. Manisha felt a little awkward around his brother due to her thoughts the day before, and this made her handle breakfast all by herself without accepting any help from him. Luna rushed out to apologize for waking up late and making breakfast late, but she was surprised to see Manisha had already set the table. Luna felt useless because she could not do a lot of things. They have done a lot for her by allowing her to live a normal life and even teaching her things. She made an inquiry about how Manisha and Rudd became so knowledgeable to that extent, and Rudd explained how they have lived in the slums and learned through the apprenticeship system, which is a master-student relationship. The noble made the effort to return the kids in the slums to a proper life, and because of that, they were able to attend the night school. Manisha felt bad and sorry for Rudd, as he could not do what he liked because of her. Rudd was an incredible student who always achieved top marks, so everyone expected him to be a knight, but he became an adventurer to cure Manisha's disease. Manisha broke down when he heard his brother could not do what he wanted. She thought her existence closed off many paths that stretched before Rudd. Manisha lay on her bed, thinking about the past, and Luna entered to ask if she was feeling unwell. Luna wanted to cheer her up, but she didn't know how to. But hey, at least she tried, right? It's like watching a motivational speaker try to inspire a pack of grumpy trolls. Manisha asked what she would do if she knew someone who was throwing away their life for her. Even though they would be happy going another way, they gave up all that to live for her. In Luna's opinion, doing all that makes the person happiest, she advises Manisha to speak with Rudd about it. Luna knew Rudd did things differently from others, so instead of just moving away from him to avoid relying too much on it, talking about it would be better. Manisha called Rudd and asked why he saved her when she was abandoned, and Rudd made her understand she once saved him while they were little, and other kids called him scary because he was bigger than them and had an unfriendly face. Manisha was never scared of him, and she always made him happy. This made Rudd believe he made the right choice by living with Manisha. Manisha apologized to his brother for thinking he felt uncomfortable saving her. Things went back to normal, and Manisha thanked Luna for the advice. Then a knock disturbed their blissful moment, and on opening, Rudd saw Neen standing outside. Rudd was surprised Kiglas allowed her to visit him, and Neen made him understand that she got time off from the church. She is no longer a member of the heroes' party anymore. After Rudd left the party, they kept failing to clear labyrinths, and the heroes' party disbanded. Kiglas cannot deal enough damage, and they lost so much of their absorb shields. Kiglas activating his skill causes him to lose 1,000 points of his absorb shield. Kiglas comes to the understanding that he has become weaker since Rudd left and that his shields have been depleting faster than before. The last labyrinth they went to was not productive at all, as Kiglas lost and was injured badly, and they had to retreat to save their lives. Kiglas, who had been only surviving on Life Burst, which enhances his physical abilities at the cost of a major chunk of his absorb shield, was caught as Rudd was no longer there to back him up. Neen made Kiglas understand that Rudd lost his entire shield at the labyrinth because Kiglas unleashed the biggest Life Burst he had ever cast. Rudd's shield value, which was 9,999, made Kiglas so strong, and since Rudd was no longer available, everything flopped, and one by one, they all disbanded. After apologizing for what had happened, Neen, who is always quick to flip her mood, told them to talk about things and forget about the past. Neen exchanged greetings with Luna and Manisha, and since she would be staying for a while in the town, she needed a place to stay. Manisha invited Neen to stay in their house for the meantime, and Rudd immediately called Manisha aside to tell her Neen was the daughter of a duke, a nobility, and a saint. Rudd took Neen to his room, and he would be staying in the living room in the meantime. Neen voiced out that she could share the room with Rudd, and while they argued on this, Fee came by to tell Rudd that a monster she had never seen before had come to the orchard and destroyed things. She told Rudd that they must defeat the monster as soon as possible. Rudd, Neen, Luna, and Fee went to the orchard, where they saw the monster appear, but they could not say if it was a tiger or a wolf due to the magic essence surrounding the monster. Neen purges the essence, and they can see the monster clearly but do not know what it is. The magic essence has taken over the monster's sense of self. While they stood watching, Mr. Vwild, who came with his own team, rushed to attack the monster, but he was flying away. While Rudd and the Mr. Vwild team check him out, the monster comes to attack, but Rudd uses his skill to provoke the monster. He instructed them to keep chain-casting healing spells on him, and he faced the monster squarely. He drew all the enemy's attacks and asked the team to attack, but they took a lot of damage and the shield was reduced. Neen and Luna quickly stepped in and filled up his shield, making him stronger. He instructed the team to attack and not to worry, as his skill of sacrifice lets him tank the damage dealt to their absorb shields. They all attacked the monster at once, and the monster fled, running towards the town. Suddenly, Luna used her magic to spring up a wall, which stopped the monster from escaping. Rudd ran towards the monster and poured all the 20,000 points of damage he had taken so far into one attack. He made use of the life conversion, and the monster died, dragging and digging the floor as it slid. While Rudd thought he had caused more damage than the monster itself, he was thanked for helping Mr. Vault's team defeat the monster without any casualties. Hearing this made Rudd feel good. They moved closer to the monster, and they observed that the monster is a C-rank black wolf, which is as powerful as an A-rank monster. Rudd saw that the black wolf has 2 magic stones in the body, and it was strange that even though the wolf would have a magic stone, it would be 1. Luna called the attention of Rudd to the fact that the magic stones resemble the ones used to create homunculi, which means someone forced homunculus magic into the monster. They were surprised that people create homunculi on animals even when the creation of homunculi is not accepted. Rudd felt the monster was created for a purpose and not for curiosity. He told the others they would report the case to the local lord because what is to come will be greater.